Hey, what's going on, gym owners? Today I'm breaking down for you the exact model you need in inside of your business to make it profitable. So this is how you scale a profitable gym. I'm gonna break down every piece of it so that way you know exactly what you have to have inside of your training facility in order to take your profits from here and scale them upward. All right, so first, if we look at our goal, so our goal is profits inside of your training facility, right? It's really cool to have a bunch of members, it's really cool to have a giant gym, but at the end of the day, the reason that you got into business is because you need to create a livelihood for your family, create a future for your family, and that comes down to that thing right there, which is going to be the profits that you take home. So inside of your gym, you really have three main objectives that you're trying to accomplish with your business. So the most basic one, and one of the reasons why we all got into this industry, is serving people. All right, so our goal is to serve our clients, to make them better, to help them evolve, to help them adapt, to help them become the best versions of themselves. All right, so the first thing is we have to have a system behind how we're going to serve our people. Now, the second thing is attract. We have to be able to attract people into our business if we ever want to, one, grow the business, or number two, if we want to create more impact in the world and create a better experience for more people when it comes to their fitness, training, and nutrition. And number three over here is we have to convert, which means we just need to be able to have a conversation with them where we can make a sale and get them to join our program so ultimately we can serve them. And again, from the business standpoint, we can be able to take home profits. All right, so when it comes to serving our clients, in order to be able to do this effectively and do it efficiently, there's a few different pieces that we're gonna wanna have inside of this one section of our system. So the first one is we need an ideal client. Okay, so if you are someone who you're probably thinking, well, I train everyone or I serve everyone. And that's one of the biggest answers I get when I ask the question of what type of clients do you train, is most times people respond back and they say, pretty much everybody, all walks of life, all ages. But you can't be something special to everyone, right? You can be something to someone, but it's gotta be pretty specific. So the first thing that we want you to do in terms of growing and scaling your business is to really hone in on exactly who it is that you're serving. Who is this ideal client? And for my clients, we use the Ideal Client Finder to really identify exactly who that perfect client is, that one we want to work with, but number two, that we can provide the best experience and best results for. So that's number one, we got to have ideal client. Number two is we got to have what is called a flagship program. Okay? So we need to have a system that we're going to use in order to deliver amazing results to them and be able to make it streamlined so that way our team, if it's just you on your own, then you are not overwhelmed. You don't have all this overwhelm and chaos. We need to solve that problem, and we want to be able to give a major solution to a major problem that these ideal clients are experiencing. And that's where our flagship program comes into play. All right, it serves a lot more than just a transformation and giving results. It really is a whole system for how you're going to onboard clients and how you're going to start to level them up throughout the rest of the programs that you offer. So that's why it's so important to have a flagship program in the front. And then the last piece on the serving end is going to be the results and ultimately accountability for our clients. So again, we want to have a system behind how we're going to deliver amazing results and a system how we're going to deliver accountability and coaching, so that way it's not just an overwhelming you doing everything and wearing all the different hats, trying to do it yourself. So inside of our profits model for our serving purpose, our coaching, training, and nutrition, these are the three main things that you got to have if you want to be able to scale. Now on the attract end, this is where we need to get more people into our business, right? We have to attract them to us. And the first thing that this is going to start with is what we call magnetic marketing. So magnetic marketing is how are you using your social media profiles, both personal and business, to be able to attract customers to you? Do they know exactly who it is that you serve? Going back to our ideal client here, do they know who it is that you're serving? Do they know how you're going to help them? And do they have an easy way to get started with you if they choose to? All right. On the organic end, when it comes to what you're posting on your Facebook page, Instagram page, stories, all of these different things, we want to have it become magnetic so that way it attracts people where they're literally raising their hand saying, hey, I want to learn more about how to work with you. All right, so that's why that's the first piece in our attraction model is we need to have a magnetic marketing plan, strategy, and way to execute it. Because this is going to lead us into a system I created called Lead Gen Autopilot. So Lead Gen Autopilot is going to be how you leverage this magnetic marketing approach to constantly bring leads into your business. So honestly, it's really, really cool. It's probably one of the coolest things we put together in the last year during 2021 is putting together this Lead Gen Autopilot system where you literally have leads coming into your business every single week because you actually put into place a plan that's attached to your magnetic marketing where you have people raising their hand asking to do business with you, and it doesn't cost you $1, right? So $0 to do it. It's a specific system for organic marketing, leveraging your social media profiles and your email database to be able to bring leads in consistently. So that's going to be a big piece of the attraction is how are you going to get leads organically, and these two pieces here are going to be how you make that happen. And the last one, in order to scale up, is we need simple, scalable ads, right? So if you've done paid advertising before, you know that can be a monster, it can be a beast of a thing to try to figure out. And the goal is to make it simple, because if it's too complicated, chances are you're not going to do it. You're never going to want to try to figure it out. It's going to be too much work. So that's why we want to put a system in place that is extremely simple and it's also scalable for you to use. And I have other videos that break down that more specifically, but those are the three key pieces that we need to have for our attract portion of the business. We need to have a magnetic marketing strategy. We got to input our lead gen autopilot system to get organic leads consistently. And then last but not least, we have to take that and turn up the heat with our simple and scalable ads. Sound good so far? Now the last piece of this is going to be how do we take these new prospects or new people who are interested in our business and how do we convert them so that way we can serve them? So how do we get them into our programs? So the first thing that we're going to have to do is understand how to have conversion conversations. All right, in today's world, people don't like to get on the phone anymore, right? They don't want to pick up and answer the phone. They might not want to come in or feel comfortable meeting with someone. It's kind of nerve-wracking to do that the first time. So more and more people are getting comfortable or more comfortable with text messaging, whether it's text message or Facebook message or Instagram DM, whatever the platform is. The same concept is going to apply in understanding how to have a conversion conversation. This is not a, hey, cold pitch, buy my crap thing. Like, you're not going to do that. That stuff doesn't really work. It's a huge turnoff, so I wouldn't recommend it. But understanding how to use conversion conversations where you get someone who again, raises their hand from our lead gen autopilot that they're interested in, and then over the course of a few messages, you go back and forth to find out exactly what their problem is, what it is they want to achieve, and then talk about how you guys can put together a solution together and work with each other, right? That is what conversion conversations is all about. It's killing right now in terms of taking sales from social media organically and bringing people into your gym. Second piece of this is going to be what we call monster follow-up. Because once again, we talked about people not wanting to get on the phone. Well, people have a lot of crap going on. That's probably why they can't get on the phone. So if you're not following up with them and you're not doing your ethical obligation to get them in to see you, to have that conversation, then chances are you're never going to make that sale. Because here's the thing, if someone raised their hand, they ask for help, it is up to you to be able to help them. Right? They're not just going to come walking in your door without you saying anything. I mean, maybe they will, like it's probably like 1% chance it's going to happen, but the reality is it's up to you to follow up with them like a monster because they asked for help. And it's your job to serve them, remember, we are servants, and provide that help for them. So a monster follow-up system is going to make sure that the people who are opting in for your programs, they're raising their hands, they're going to get the attention that they need, and we're going to find out exactly how we can help them. And then the last piece of this is putting in a strategy session plan. So notice we call it a strategy session, or a transformation session is also another way to put it. It is not a sales call. It is not a sales meeting. It is not a consultation. It is a strategy session, or a transformation session, or transformation planning session, I should say, where you're putting together a plan for your clients and showing them, just like I showed you here, a roadmap of how you're going to get them from point A to point B and get them the goals that they want, overcome the problems that they're currently experiencing, and get that dream outcome that they've always wanted. All right, so there's a special system we have for a strategy session to take people through it. So it is very much a conversation. It's no sleazy sales. There's no tricks, there's no tactics, because honestly that stuff doesn't work. It is just having a really good, genuine conversation with someone and taking them down the path and uncovering what their biggest problems are, their biggest fears, their biggest pain points, so that way you can put together a solution for them and have the, I say, confidence, have the conviction to be able to, hey, lay out this plan. This is exactly what we're going to do to get you from point A to point B. And that's the beauty of when you have this system in place. So if you are a gym owner and you want to understand how to input all of these systems to scale your gym, but more importantly to scale your profits, then drop me a comment down below, shoot me a direct message. I'm always willing to help. I'd love to tell you about the Profits Program and how we do this for gym owners all over the world. Again, it is simple. It doesn't mean it's easy, but it's simple to input all of these systems in place so that way you can take your profits all the way up and be able to provide for your family, because like I said before, that's what this is all about. So if this was valuable to you, please like, comment, share. If you have any questions, drop them down below. And if you want to learn about how you can get your gym more profitable with the Profits Program, then shoot me a direct message saying profits so I know what you're talking about.